Welcome back to 360 Success Podcast, where we help growth-minded entrepreneurs, doctors, and leaders build big, love deep, and live free. Every episode, we're going to be walking through what we call the scalable life model, our framework for scaling your business without sacrificing your life. Today, we're unpacking the new rules of customer acquisition and retention, or patient acquisition and retention. The rules have shifted and they're non-negotiable. If you want success in the latter half of 2025 or into 2026, then you're going to have to do some things differently than maybe you've been doing in the past. It used to be if you were just the best in your market and you were really good at what you did, then you would automatically be the most successful. But that's not enough. Consumers are overwhelmed with ads and stories and TikToks and everything else. They aren't buying features. They're buying clarity, trust, and transformation. The old rule said that you could just sell what you do. The new rule is you must sell the identity shift. You need to sell the customer experience. Your product isn't what you sell. Your product is the promise that you keep. This is the product pillar in the scalable life model. You see, they need to be able to identify with how what you're offering is going to change their life or make an impact and change the story, if you will, rather than just features. So when we talk about features, I could say, from a chiropractic standpoint, I could say, our treatments help you with back pain or certain symptoms, or maybe it's neck pain and headaches. Yes, that is true. What we do is very successful. We've been doing it 32 years. But what the market needs to hear right now is not that I can help them with that. It's that, look, I realize that back pain has been keeping you from being able to get down on the floor and play with your grandkids. You haven't been able to hold your child while you're watching your other kid's baseball game. You haven't been able to sit in the bleachers. You haven't been able to participate in coaching. And we're going to help you get that life back. We're going to help you get that back. And that's transformational. So rather than just focusing on features, we're focusing on how we have a solution that brings transformation. Ask yourself 3 questions. Does my offer solve a deep, meaningful problem? 2, can my audience see themselves in my story? 3, am I showing consistent proof of outcomes? Example again, as a chiropractor, I'm not just selling adjustments. I'm selling the ability of, say, a 55-year-old to play basketball again without pain, or being able to enjoy their grandbaby's dance recital and be able to sit up front instead of having to stand in the back because their back hurts so bad. This is the heart of the product pillar in the scalable life model. Section 3 is personalization. You have to make them feel seen. Your customers expect you to know them before you meet them. Generic marketing gets ignored. Personalized experiences build loyalty. There are 4 high impact strategies for this: behavior-based segmentation, personalized onboarding, building community, not just list, and then relevance filters using quizzes or assessments. Personalization is part of the people pillar. Systems that scale personalization make customers feel like they matter. So in other words, if you have a CRM that sends out an email once somebody makes an appointment with you, it needs to include their name and it needs to include something tangible about the conversation that you've had so that it feels more personable. It doesn't mean you have to sit down and write every email, but if you can set up your data collection so that it does get their name, their primary complaint, or whatever your business industry is. And so let's say it's sending a link for new patient paperwork or new client intake or onboarding, then you would want it to have something personalized and relatable just for that touch, that high relativity or that high connection point. That's one of the things that's going to set you apart. Next step is automation. We just talked about sending out the emails. You have to free yourself, but not replace yourself. Now, what does that mean? Automation is not about removing the human touch. It's about creating an increasing capacity so that you can lead better and provide more high-value things in a different area. Here's 4 automation wins. Onboarding videos with Loom or Tango. What if you had introductory for either employees or even new clients or new patients that was a video? It doesn't have to be canned, but it could. Just telling things about you, about your practice, getting to know you, because let's face it, this is an old adage, but it still applies today. It's this trust recession that we're in, that people need to feel like they know you, they like you, and they trust you. You want them to have some type of connection with you even before they meet you, whether it be seeing you on videos. That's why influencers are so popular right now, because you feel like you know them. You get to see snippets of their daily life. And so you start to feel like, oh, I feel like I know that person, or we could be great friends. And so you're more likely to buy from them because of that. That's why they're called influencers. So back to what I was saying, you can use onboarding videos, you can use Loom or Tango, team check-ins. These are automation things that, like Google Forms, team check-in things that just help with efficiency so that you can concentrate on the things that you need to. And again, this goes into our process pillar that helps automate repetitive things, but it helps you humanize the meaningful things. So I want you to take a minute and I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. First thing is value. Are you delivering transformation or just transactions? 1 to 5 on value. Next one is personalization. Again, score yourself 1 to 5. Do leads feel seen and understood? Is there a connection, or is everything just automated and generic? 3, automation. Are you scaling systems or are you drowning in tasks? So rate yourself on those. So value, personalization, and automation. If you score between 13 and 15, you're on the leading edge of these things. If you score between 9 and 12, you're blending in. Below 9, you're invisible. But our roadmap can help you get back on track. So if you'd like to receive our customer acquisition and retention checklist, just shoot me an email at 360successcoach@gmail.com or send me a DM and I'll make sure to send you a copy of that. Remember, you don't grow by doing more. You grow by building systems that work without you. This is 360 Success Podcast. Let's go out there and build big, love deep, and live free. I'll see you next time.